Thank you for inviting me to speak as we honor my mother and Yael Weil at this lovely event. Mom, it's so fitting that you're being honored on Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's Independence Day, but not just due to your close ties to Israel or your support of its institutions, to which Shaarei Tzedek Hospital is at the helm. You epitomize the independent woman, strong, self-reliant, outgoing, generous, beautiful, filled with vitality. You've created a life full of meaning and purpose after the loss of your life partner and our dad, Oscar. Like Israel, this independence has been filled with challenges. You've had to struggle with how to incorporate the past into the present, how to take the lessons you learned from your life during the war years in Europe, as a young bride in a new world, and as a young mother. You learned to build a successful marriage and a devoted family who share many of the values that you've embraced. And these last years, you've had to find your own footing. You've discovered how to do things your way because you want to rather than need to. You've allowed a truer, more authentic self to emerge. As your daughter, I have learned much from your examples. You've taught me how to remain connected to the past, but with an eye toward the future. How to be positive, how to be strong. You filled me with a sense of hope. You encouraged me to follow my dream of moving to Israel with Eddie, even though that meant being far from you. You allowed me my independence just as you were developing your own. Our children, Ariel and Mayan, also look to you as a role model. Your courage, sense of justice, and leadership qualities impact strongly on how they lead their lives. Ariel, his wife Tamar, and your first great-grandson Yedidia live a life of dedication and purpose in Maalot, Israel, as they work to integrate New Olim into the Hesder Yeshiva. Mayan, while living in Boston and completing her education in human services, is determined to fight for social justice wherever it's needed. They are so proud of you as they continue to learn from your example. And now, Shaarei Tzedek Hospital is the beneficiary of your generosity, your commitment, and your efforts. May Hashem provide you with blessings for a healthy, purposeful life so that you may continue to contribute meaningfully to the Jewish community here and in Israel. All of our family, Eddie, David and Barbara, Alan and Elisa, and all of your grandchildren share in the pride and love that has been expressed today. Yasher kochech.
I almost have no words to say, but it won't be that way. Thank you, my dear daughter, dear friend. Thank you, my dear daughter, for giving me this beautiful and meaningful award. And your words from the heart, they were so wonderful. It just went, as they say, Dvarim yotzim min halev nichnasim el halev. Means words that are coming out from the heart, enter the heart. Thank you, Dr. Yonatan Halevi, for your inspiring words. We would have loved to welcome you here today amongst us. Dr. Halevi is the moving force at the medical center. I honor you and thank you, everyone, for coming here today to help promote this wonderful hospital and research center, the Shaarei Tzedek Medical Center in Jerusalem, in support of the Dr. Jack Metloff Family Disaster and Emergency Preparedness Center. By now, you have heard much about the Haiti earthquake. The hospital sent 200 people to offer first aid to Haiti. Dr. Ofer Marin was in charge of the trauma center, together with the nurse Galit Weiss. They did an outstanding job, well documented even on CNN. It is part of their training in Israel to know how to deal with trauma situations. They always have to be prepared. The Shaarei Tzedek Medical Center is doing its utmost to be well prepared for any emergency. But the other side of the coin is that the medical center is well prepared for bringing babies into this world. It is bringing much happiness to many families. There is much laughter and happiness coming forth from this medical center. Today, we are celebrating Israel's Yom Ha'atzmaut, Independence Day. It brings back to me memories of the announcement on the 14th of May, 1948, of the establishment of the new state of Israel by David Ben-Gurion. Our family was living then in a refugee camp in Germany. We lived there for 3 years. We were preparing to go to Israel, but somehow we got waylaid along the way and wound up in America. We have come a long way since then. The state of Israel is always at the forefront in our lives. We believe we must have a strong Israel. It is the only way we can fight off the evil people who are out to destroy us. Two of our children made Aliyah. Our son David and his wife Barbara and son Eli were the chalutzim, the pioneers in our family, as they made Aliyah in 1992. Esther, our daughter, with husband Eddie Friedman, made Aliyah about 2.5 years ago. Their son Ariel about 5 years ago. As of now, Esther and David and his son Danny are here with us today. They made me very happy that they were able to join me here today. Our son Alan, Elisa, his wife, and 2 sons, Hillel and Jordan, are here with us also. I wish to acknowledge some of my family members who are here today. My sister Edith and Dennis Berger, they are celebrating their anniversary today. My nephews Stephen and Rivki Berger, and Elisa's brother Stephen Oppenheim. My sister-in-law Irene Markley, her daughter-in-law Eileen, and my sister-in-law Rivka Brown and her daughter Esther Surkin. My cousin Susie and Rosie are here too. The Sha'ari Tzedek Medical Center in the United States is led by Paul Glasser, National Executive Director and an old friend. His rendition of the U.S. anthem and the Hatikva was very beautiful. There will be a special rendition of a beautiful prayer for the state of Israel by Cantor Nati Baram and his choir. Cantor Baram is the cantor of Beis Jacob congregation, where my family and I are all-time members. Thank you, Cantor Baram. I wish to acknowledge the Rabbi of Beis Jacob congregation, Rabbi Kalman Tapp, and his lovely wife, Dr. Jordana Tapp, right there. As well, our shul president, David West, and Alan Iskakis, executive director. Thank you for coming. Yael Weil, my co-honoree, is a wonderful lady, easy to work with. She did her part, I did my part. The result of our work is the beautiful attendance of all you people. Herewith, I acknowledge the presence of Rabbi Stephen Weil, Executive Director of the Orthodox Union and the husband of Yael Weil. Special thanks go for the organization of this event to Paul Jesser, Western Region Director, Judy Podolsky, Shelley Levy, Rona Bergman, and Rachel Wolf. Ayasher Koach to Hani Amado for chairing this day. Many thanks to the Glickmans, Lou Kestenbaum, the Liggets, and Dr. Martha and Jack Matlow for being part of the committee. One more thanks, special thanks to Beverly Cohen for arranging these beautiful table decorations and the selection of foods. My husband Oscar would have been very proud of me on this day. Thank you one and all for sharing this important day with me.